our next speakers is our final presenters. And this is Barnabas Samuel and Sebit Martin John. So if you all want to turn on your videos, and our pen group, turn yours off, which you did. So if we got, oh, there we go. And how about Barnabas? There we go. Awesome. So Samuel and, or I'm sorry, Barnabas and Sebit will be giving a 10-minute flash talk to discuss how they're using virtual reality for peace building in refugee camps of northern Uganda. So I'll let you gentlemen take it away if you want to unmute yourselves. There you go. Barnabas, you want to unmute yourself? Okay, thank you.
Hello. Thanks for this opportunity to participate at this symposium. Since I'm here with my colleague, I will start introducing myself and the institution I work for, and give a quick background about our VRA for Peace initiative, and he will add a bit of more information. I'm Sebit Martin. I am the Executive Director and co-founder of the Community Development Center. We are a community concerned refugee-led organization with roots in community media. Our mission is to work for community development and poverty mitigation, and always providing empowerment and creating platforms for community development. And we are harnessing the power of technology to facilitate an equitable, informed community and build resilience, always seeking to help the vulnerable, under-resourced, and underrepresented, conflict-affected, and displaced communities. I'm speaking to you in Uganda. Uganda is one of the largest refugee hosting nations in the world, with over 1.4 million. Majority are from South Sudan due to decades of war and the ongoing conflict. South Sudan have at most lived their lives knowing war, hearing sounds of guns, in fear of bombs and bullets, experiencing violence and persecution, and witnessing horrors at the hands of various armies and militias, including loss of loved ones, rapes, looting, and destruction of property. And the most vulnerable among those are women and children who suffered worst forms of abuses and harms, e.g. Their recruitments into army, there is maiming, there is rape, and many other traumatic experiences, both for those in the IDP camps and the conflict-affected areas in the refugee camps in Uganda. In the refugee camps, still tribal tension and conflict persist from one camp to another. Most refugees have carried out their emotional baggage, and there is fear and distrust between refugee communities and difficult relationship with the host communities. Like recently, there was a lot of killings among the refugees and so forth, and the conflict has grown to a situation which is resistant to many peace-building approaches. So that is why we came up with the VRA approach, the VRA for Peace initiative. So I think in the VRA for Peace initiative, since I'm here with Barnabas Samuel, so he will elaborate more on our project and how we are building empathy and how we are promoting peaceful coexistence through the VRA for Peace project. So Barnabas, you can pick from me.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so as he mentioned, I think with this initiative, we are trying to explore the use of VR technology as a tool for peace building. The idea is actually to give the refugee community the space and tools to express themselves. We asked how we can bring different conflict groups to meet and engage in dialogue and build some understanding, some mutual understanding. We asked how VR can give the refugees and the refugee community the space and provide the means to express themselves and find healing from past bitterness and reconciliation. We see that the tool is there. VR will be able to help to bring the results in the change of behaviors and altitude and to promote peace and reconciliation. As we have on a screen, our goal of the virtual reality for peace building is to use VR to build empathy and trust and enable communities to talk about the experience and the conflict, and they create a space, a safe space for dialogue towards a sustainable peace. So what did we do? What we're doing actually, we work to create and develop VR contents with the refugees themselves from different ethnic groups, and yes, made 360 VR videos, enabling the community members to actually experience each other in a very unique way virtually. We then do organize VR events. And after these VR events, as a culture among the South Sudanese refugees, we did what we call the shy or the tea conversation. Just like conversations which can enable the groups that are viewing and experiencing the kind of videos we have on VR to talk about them, and this was a little bit very helpful. One of the projects that we had been working on is the Halima, Hilim to Halima. Hilim to Halima, this is an Arabic phrase that means Halima's dream. So in the Halima's dream, unfortunately, I couldn't bring it here. I wish I had it so that I can bring it here. It's a 360 VR story of Halima. Halima talks about the effects of conflict within the effects of conflict in our country and difficulties that she went through. We are able to capture and bring in the effects of conflict in the village of Halima and where Halima came from. And we also have Halima sharing about her dream for a peaceful village and prosperous country, and talking about what she thinks is necessary to realize this. So similar projects, we worked on similar projects as part of this pilot, a number of 2 or 3 projects, but specifically on the Halima's Hilim to Halima project, we intend to see that it projects the reality and provokes change of perspectives, and bringing these communities together in a way that they can build the next community and the future they want. And it creates a kind of vivid awareness on the effects of conflict and enables communities to make a resolve to end it all, and etc. So this is basically what we had been doing in Rhino Camp. We had been organizing series of events, and we also enabled, we do something using this project. We enable communities from the other ethnic group and villages to be able to meet each other. And what we do is, like, as my colleague stated earlier, the kind of conflict we have in South Sudan continues to be a problem in such a way that even in the settlement, communities and ethnic groups from other settlements could not easily come to other settlements where there are different ethnic groups. And so what happens is through VR, we enable these communities to be able to communicate among each other, experience and meet each other and dialogue. So this is particularly why this is becoming a very kind of important initiative. This was recently in FOA 3, and where we have, as you can see in the background, is FOA 3, the refugee settlement in northern Uganda. It's still a pilot project. We just started it a few months ago, but we are really excited how this is happening. So far, right now, we have a number of groups in different villages that represents all the ethnic groups in the South Sudanese refugees and other refugees, particularly in the settlement, that are working together to create content and tell their own stories. So VR 360 storytelling becomes very important through using this initiative that is so helping right now where we are working. Particularly, we are working in FOA 3 and Tika zone. And as my colleague was stating, even this year we have a series of conflicts that has been happening in these places. But through this project, we are happy to see that community members have the opportunity now through virtual reality to share perspectives and share the reality and work together to build the community that they want. So that is so quick from us. I don't know whether my colleague want to get back and say something about this, but thank you very much for listening.
Great, thank you so much. Just a really important work that you're doing, and we're really grateful that you joined us today to share that, the work that you're doing. It looks like, oops, can we maybe put your contact information back up there for a minute? I think that was a little quick. I'll let you share screen again, just so everybody gets a chance to record that. Great, thank you. Just leave that up there for a second as we close out so everybody can get that down. So want to thank all of our presenters today in the public interest technology session. I think it's just extremely important that as we're developing this new immersive technology, that we're very conscious of the consequences of the technology on society, and also to utilize that technology for the public good. So I applaud all of our presenters for these amazing projects that you're all spearheading and taking on this new evolving technology for the public interest.